Yo, what up, friends? So in my last video, we talked about crafting and how to remove fractures, and the responses was from you guys was overwhelming. I found that a lot of you guys didn't know that you can do that, and a lot of people thanked me because it just really helped accelerate and bring people's projects to the next level. Knowing that you can craft and then remove a fracture was huge, and people were asking for other really cool tips and tricks and things that I have done to help make my experience and to produce items that were really good and bring them to you. Now, if you've joined the Discord recently, you've known that I've been talking and hanging out in the Discord with my buddy Will, and we've been working on a fun, fancy item. I've showed it off on videos recently too, and we've been working on this fancy synthesized bow of the underground. Now, the reason I bring this up is not about the crucible tree. That's a whole nother video that we could talk about, but I bring it up because the bow is synthesized. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you've known that I've made a synthesized Axis League that we have the free mirror service on. But a lot of players ask me a very simple question. How do you get an item that's synthesized? GGG's removed the old Atlas nodes for the synthesized maps. Synthesized items don't really drop. What's the play and how do I get them myself? Well, we know synthesized items are pretty common in Heist. We know they're super common in Blight, and we know that you can get a ton of them in Ritual. But if you have the money and you enjoy the gamble and you wanted to make your own, how do you go about making your own? I know my friend Bike has been made a couple of synthesized items. I know a lot of you guys have followed a synthesized bow that's been made recently, and the question still remains, how do I do it myself? Can you walk me through it? Is there an easy way to do it? Now, we all know that Harvest has the option to synthesize an item, but how does this work? Is this a one-time thing? Can you walk me through what to do? And essentially, that's the gist of today's video. We're going to take a very basic item that I have, which is another mirror of this bow, and just attempt with a couple of times to make it synthesize. Now, currently, I don't have a ton of money to be able to fully do it in this video, but I'm just going to teach you how to do it as I've run out of money, and I'm currently testing essences to make all of my money back. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But let's get to it. So we have an item. It's really cool. It's got an awesome crucible tree on it, or it's got some fancy stuff, or we want to make our own nifty ring, or just anything that you want to do. So like, I don't know, say you want to like delve and you want to make a ring like this that's just, you know, crit multi-determination or grace or effect fire damage or just anything fancy. How do we do it? Well, we're going to start with the base that we want to use. And if it's a regular, normal, everyday base and we don't care what happens to it, then we don't need to imprint it. But if it's a base that has something fancy on it that we want to keep, like a crucible tree, we start with imprinting it. So, common theme of this league for me has been to hang out in the menagerie. So we're going to pretty much do what we've been doing the entire time. If we take a look at our bestiary and we go down to our captured beast, we're going to pick up a couple of cracaric frogs. They're frogs. Crakic camerals. We're going to pick up a couple of frogs and we're going to imprint our item. To imprint our item, it's going to make we're going to need a magic copy of the item, which we have, and it's going to make a copy of it or a save state of it that we can bring it back to. And if you've never seen imprinting before, or you don't know how it works, this will be a really good way to teach you how this works. So we're going to take our item and we're going to type in the word imprint or imp because it's the only option we get. We want to create a imprint of a magic item with our Crakic Chimeral, and then we hope to God we don't get our butt cheeks eaten by this beast. If all goes well, we get an imprint. Now, something important to note about this imprint that it says on the item itself. Restores an item onto the original, cannot be applied to fractured items. So if I fracture this item or do anything with fracturing orbs, this imprint will no longer work. Just keep that in mind. And we'll see in a second how this imprint works. So we're going to make an imprint of our item. We're going to come over to our hoarder crafting station, and then we're going to type the word synthesis. Now, it costs us 5,000 yellow and then 1 white life force. So every attempt that we do it, this is about 3 divines. Imprint beasts are about 2.5. So every attempt that we make to synthesize our item is roughly 5 divines. So we're going to double check and we're going to do this process slow and make sure it works. So we're going to synthesize an item, giving it random synthesize implicits. I'm looking for some very specific synthesize implicits. So if I ever hit plus to gems on this, we're just done and I don't have to go any further. And if I ever hit 3 synthesize mods, we're just done. So we're gonna hit craft and we're gonna see what we get. So now, unfortunately, we only got one synthesized mod. It's not one that we can use. And we're just gonna use the imprint and bring it back to its original state. Now you'll notice the item is currently unimprinted or unsynthesized. We do not have our imprint anymore. And we're just gonna give that another go again. Now to get 3 synthesized implicits, I've been told it's roughly a 1 in 30. I've done 2 of them this league so far. I've hit them all within 15 or 20 attempts of each. Unfortunately, I do not have the currency myself for this video to be able to do that, as I am running out of money doing a million other projects. But I just wanted to take the time to show you just how this is done. Now you see we hit fizz damage this time. That's actually a pretty good fizz damage roll. But we didn't get what we want, so we imprint it back. And then we go again. Now you'll notice that, oh, I'm not supposed to go to the mining camp. Now you'll notice, especially when I go to imprint it back, before I synthesize, before I even imprint it, I'm taking my time and I'm double and triple checking everything, because items usually that I want to imprint and items that I usually want to make any sort of changes to, I want to double and triple check everything, because I don't want to accidentally lose all the good stuff that's on it. So do this, we look, we synthesize, and we click, and we hope. No cigar. We imprint back, and that's it. And that's exactly how you make your own synthesized items. Now, what you do with this information, well, you can do a lot of really cool things with it, and you can synthesize a lot of really cool, nifty things. But I don't know, I think it's a little bit of fun. If you're farming harvest already and you're getting the white life force and you really just don't know what to do with it, it's a pretty cool thing to do and have some fun with. But for now, friends, I hope you found this video interesting. I hope it taught you something really cool. And if you like video series like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button or leave me a comment down below. This way I can make you much more fun videos, yes, fun. I can continue doing little nifty series like this where I find out little bits of information from Discord or Twitch chat that you guys don't really know about, and I just bring them to light so that you guys have some information to search up in the future. For now, friends, so long, farewell, Leaders, and good luck on the rest of your league and your hunting.
I can't do this just yet.